Good morning, folks. Big news for the crypto markets today, particularly for institutional adoption, because MSCI, that is Morgan Stanley Capital International, has decided not to exclude DATs from its indices. Now, we know as of the end of last year, they were threatening to delist or to make certain DATs, that is companies holding more than 50% of their balance sheet in crypto, which would include, of course, MicroStrategy. They were threatening to remove these companies to make them ineligible for inclusion in their indices. That posed a threat to basically institutional uptake in crypto, in Bitcoin in particular, obviously, because delisting from those major indices would cause all sorts of problems for institutional investors, right? If a company was to be excluded from MSCI indices, that would mean a lot of money would immediately divest from that company, because certain ETFs, certain holding funds that hold on to these companies are only allowed to do so on the basis that they are part of an MSCI managed indice. Sounds silly when you say it out loud, right? Someone's managing someone's money by just mapping the MSCI industry. That's not always the case, but certain tracker funds, that is the case. And then certain ETFs and passive funds also do have that mandate on their investment rules, basically. It would also make it less appealing then for these companies to go and buy Bitcoin to hold on their balance sheets. But as I said at the start of the video, MSCI has revealed today that they are not going to go ahead with that. I believe this comes slightly ahead of time. I thought we were going to have to wait later into January to hear that. But there we go. Strategy rises as MSCI shelves plans to exclude crypto treasury firms from indexes. Reported here as well on Yahoo Finance. MSCI drops plan to exclude crypto treasury companies after triggering the October 10th crash. Strong words there. But if you saw my previous video on that, you will know where they're coming from. MSCI has abandoned plans to remove DAT CEOs from its global indices after industry pushback. The original proposal argued that firms heavily holding crypto resembled investment funds rather than operating companies. That was their justification for the potential exclusion. Feedback exposed grey areas, prompting MSCI to launch a broader review of non-operating assets instead. So essentially, it's coming down to the fact that there are too many grey areas involved in delisting companies that are behaving like funds rather than like operating companies. They're making it not just about crypto, but I think that is probably brushing aside the fact that this is mostly about crypto, right? Mostly about digital asset treasury companies. And as one might expect, as the largest DAT, MSCI has risen on the news, up 6% in pre-market trading. Now, also in the news today, Morgan Stanley, not to be confused with Morgan Stanley Capital International, they're actually two separate companies now as of 2007, I believe, files for a Bitcoin ETF, and Goldman names top 2026 crypto picks. Here we are. Morgan Stanley on Tuesday filed for Bitcoin and Solana exchange-traded funds as ETF flows rebound. Taking a look at ETF flows today on the 6th, although we had a positive 2nd of Jan, positive 5th of Jan, 3rd and 4th were weekends. So $471 million net inflows, about $700 million net inflows on the 5th. We are actually at a net outflow for the 6th of Jan, 243 million, but obviously that's fairly a fair bit smaller than the last 2 days of inflows. Bitcoin down a little bit today, okay, coming back to that low that we put in yesterday, about 91,180, currently at a price of $91,800, but still, if we take a look at the liquidation map here, more shorts in the market than longs, at least in the short term. Now, as we know, that to me, in my thesis, increases the likelihood that we actually go up from here, right? Because there's just more liquidation risk to the upside. It doesn't necessarily increase the likelihood that we go up, but if we do go up, it increases the likelihood that that move becomes magnified to the upside because of the liquidation risk to shorts in the market. Because when shorts become liquidated, they are, of course, forced to buy onto the market. Increased sudden shock on supply, a sudden increase in demand and a shock on supply. Still downside risk. Okay, there are still leveraged longs in the market. Can't ignore that. We're slightly closer, and in fact, at current prices, to liquidating some of those longs. And we can't ignore the fact that if we zoom this out to the 30-day time frame, cumulatively right now, there are a fair bit more longs in the market than shorts. Nonetheless, positive news today from MSCI, no longer going to be excluding crypto DATs from their indices. Thanks so much for watching. As always, nothing I say should be considered financial advice, purely my opinion, purely shared for entertainment. But I hope you found something interesting in there. Plenty more to come. Catch you in the next one. Bye.